Hello and welcome back to Trails in the Sky with me, JRPG. That is Trails, not Trials. So in the last episode we discovered the Lind in the mine in Revenue Village, and then we have since escaped captivity, but we have gained the help of the bisexual bard Olivier from a permanent basis, it now seems, which is exciting. So I think the next thing we need to do is to go report in at the guild, so let us go ahead and do that. Right, I always get lost in bows. Where am I meant to be? Right, that's the mayor's residence. Here, red equals guild. We've received payment from Mayor Mabel for you to investigate the efforts thus far. And we gained 3, which is also very good. Keep up the good work and be careful out there. Right, first things first, we do have a new side quest, so we shall do that first. I was burglarized the other way. Jewelry was found to be among the missing items. First, I live on Bose's South Block, so let us head for there first. We should actually just have a quick overview of the missions in general. So, South Block burglary. Mayor Mabel, so we want to see those, yes, but then we got the stolen ring specifically, so these kind of align, which is very nice. And then South Block, I'm still getting used to this map system, guys. Let's go this way. So let us see about the stolen ring first, I think. What I have done in the episode is I've gone ahead and given Olivier the defense and the mind quartz, just to give him a earth and a healing item. So, I'm going to be done here in a minute. Would you kids butt out? Okay, so the Royal Guards definitely do not like us, which is pretty evident. But is there... Probably still some important we haven't gathered. We should continue asking around a bit longer and see what happens. Okay, so we're now stuck in the in the South Block whilst we do our investigation. I can't believe the Sky managed to circumvent our search and just walked right into town and burglarized a bunch of places. We were really outdone this time. It's because you're pretty useless. Right, I want to find the stolen ring. So I don't reckon we're going to be able to talk to anyone, which is not handy. Ooh. Fortunately, this house is untouched in the burglaries, but it's at times like these that makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. This game has some odd things every now and again. Anyway, I'm just glad that Murano brought Simon over to watch the house. I was shocked when I heard about the Sappo being hit by the burglars. Murano's mother was here alone, you see. Okay. Now, we've had burglars running amok in the city. I swear, what's happening to Bose? I'm just glad they left this house alone, though I'm baffled as to why. They certainly do their homework on the city. We're not going to be able to talk to these guys, which is somewhat annoying. And this is where we were, so we're going to have to go to the factories first, I think, before we do the stolen ring. So, let's go to Sign Arms first. Talk. Damn it! My shop ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. And they took with every last one of my pricey goods, too. Why did this happen to me at a time when there's hardly any goods around to begin with? I think they're more likely aiming at the orb. Looks like the store is hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't time to be talking about business deals. My factory and all my goods, they're gone. I've got to report this to either the army or the Bracer Guild ASAP. Now hold on just a minute. If either of these groups saw what was written in that stone ledger, yikes, I'll be in a world of hurt. Stone ledger.
Yay, this one turned out really cute. Niall, is this how you wanted this one?
Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we got really screwed, you know what?
Good afternoon. Are you guys working on another story?
Looks like you two on the trail of a scoop again.
Hey, it's you kids.
Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see you. They let you out of the clinker.
Yeah, I heard you kids got arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried.
Why are you acting as if you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village.
Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us.
Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves?
Yeah, we did yesterday, but it was after all you had already been hauled off.
Well, we could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect photo opportunity.
I swear you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits.
It sure looks that way to me. Seems the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it feels like there's nothing to be found here anymore.
I see. It does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town?
According to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate.
That's awfully strange. The mayor's residence and Bowes Market are right through the west gate. It seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative.
When you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway?
I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivia Leinheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Oh, right, you're the guy who drank the wine without paying all that classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
You're making me blush. I'm ready for an interview anytime, so please don't hesitate to ask.
Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap.
These two are very much alike. I'm not going to ask how you guys wound up with the rest of you.
That would be for the best. I do like these two. The Liberl news crew.
Wow, looks like the boat's made up with nearly everything. I could have sworn my bus locked up last night.
There was something about a... So they're now gone. Okay, nothing new. Okay, we can't buy new things though. Can we? Have we got all of these? Yes. Is it worth trading? I think it probably is. We'll just do 100 of each of these. I want to give myself a healthy little bounce.
Hey, you there!
What, is something wrong?
I thought you better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you're still just civilians. We cannot have you wandering around in the middle of our investigation.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Your advice seems rather more like a threat.
I'm just saying, you need to know your place.
But if you're so adamant about investigating better, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, we're gonna have to give you a personal invitation to jail.
Forget it about it, Estelle. There's no need arguing with these gentlemen. For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier.
What did you just say?
May I ask what's going on here?
Colonel?
for a soldier in prestigious royal army to be threatening our good civilians. This is an outright embarrassment to us all.
But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild.
Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies?
But as far as the general is concerned...
Ah yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out.
But sir...
Your men have been here since the early morning, so I presume they have sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish to address?
No, sir. Alright, men, pack it in. We're returning to Halcyon Gate.
I'm assuming this would be the investigation clientele of the Royal Army that we heard about. Anyway, it looks like that's that. It seems that one of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture. But we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones?
That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with this recent series of events.
Thank you. We'll do what we can.
He seems like a decent guy.
Yeah, I wonder who he is. Good. It is almost the appointed time. Oh, really? Excuse me. It appears I must take my leave. Oh, before you do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, Colonel in the Royal Army. If there is anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Colonel Richard? It feels like I've heard that name somewhere before.
Niles was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Intelligence Division. Remember that?
Alright. For someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others.
He's probably in his mid-30s, and he's not that hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army.
Hey, you guys. Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could have swear I've seen it somewhere before.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier?
What? You're not pulling my leg, are you?
As fun as that would be, nope.
He said himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is.
To think that legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch him up.
Aye, aye, sir, although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something.
Anyone who's in the army would brush him off. I'm sure the colonel will oblige him.
What's the matter with you, Oliver? You look serious, and I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you.
I was just thinking about the colonel. You'll be the first to admit that he's quite a specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance with me when it comes to ladies. I'd like him to just try a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. And you just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldier's gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to the people we can talk to earlier.
Good idea.
Sounds good to me. Right. Into the houses we go.
Oh dear me. Weren't you the Bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago? Oh right, we did come before. I'm sorry I couldn't talk to you then.
So, what have you come to ask about what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is that a good time for you?
Yeah, this is a good time as any.
In the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside, and I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened up the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out to the Orbal factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right there and there. Although it turned out to be the burglars who were rather surprised and ran away to the north. So, I see. Was it sky bandits, huh? So what you're saying is that this house didn't incur any loss of any kind?
Yes, and thanks to the mercy of the goddess.
Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar?
If it was only that would be unforgivable. In addition to him being an ogre digger, he's obsessed with this. Huh? Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday he said something about catching some smelt and took off down to the lake in the south. On top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying is you don't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. That good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's gonna get what for it, let me tell you.
Hi honey, I'm home. What a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning and had nothing show up for it.
Wait, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man.
My goodness, woman, what kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you?
Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off and do whatever he likes at a time like this. What do you mean by at a time like this? Maybe I should explain.
Burglaries by sky minutes? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But I think that they highlighted out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they gotta experience the Cecile effect firsthand.
What did you just say? Let's all calm down, shall we?
But to think these sky bandits came in the night and like they did, and then just disappeared like that. Wonder if that has anything to do with what he was talking about the other day.
Huh? What do you mean?
Alright, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He was staying at the inn down the lakeshore to the south of here. I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night.
A strange bunch? Now, sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've heard?
Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just gonna tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was fishing out during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn front door and then out on the road. However, he asked around at the inn and in the morning it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So, was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quite that. The meals are great and it's, well, a place I recommend to anyone. Best of all, it's a prime fishing spot.
So, there weren't any definite clues related to the incident, but we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the one where he described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. Although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, there's nothing going on there that I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of skybats appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of these series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the skybats are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'd be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We need to go one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see, then what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than an defensive one. Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valleria lake, extolled in rhyme as the Pearl of Liberl.
So it seems like we're going there, but we want to find this lady with a ring. These guys didn't get stolen from. Who was the... Let's have a quick check as to who the stolen ring mission is from. It is from Luena. Let's try the houses up here. So, we gotta track down the Sky Bandits. Good to know. Right, what I will do is we'll go down to Valleria Lake, but I would like to check out what the market has on offer for us. I do also definitely need to buy some reviving bombs, because I have 0. And now we of course have everything. I'm also going to buy some these things. I think it's definitely worth doing. buying a couple of work helmets, a laundry pole as well, because we haven't had one yet. We had powering knives, and then EP charge, also handy to have in a pinch. I've got a lot of food already, but if there is anything from here that we need, Liberl News, issue 3, is a book that we did not previously have, I believe. I'm not really reading those, I'm not gonna lie. Right. Then it might be an idea to let's check our equipment. Oh, that is good. Without further ado, let's make our way south, which I believe is this way. Let's just see if there is anything new that we can buy here. We've already got everything, it seems. Cool. Let's make our way. So we've come here before, but we've not done it thoroughly. All the way down to the lake. I should check my... No, I'm still lacking in stuff, but I do want to start healing and opening some more augments. I mean, how many augments does... Olivia only has 1 sealed, which is the way with everyone apart from Joshua. What did we fight down here? It was the the weird turtle things. We're gonna fight this one. Everyone's now got a healing item as well, which I think is handy. But these guys are weak to fire. Easily done. Nicely done. Oh, did it not kill him? There goes the floaty jellyfish.
Oh, are you done already?
Actually, I do want to fight some of these battles so that I level up. It's been a while. So, which way do we have to go? Valleria Lake. If that's the way to the tower, this is the way to the lake shore. Vallerana. I'll choose one and then we'll try and stick with that going forward. So this is the north shore of Valleria Lake, huh? Valleria Lake, huh? It certainly seems so peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect from this kind of place. Too bad it isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by the day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what vacation is all about. Oh, come on everyone, I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation at any time. Now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, or Olivier Linheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think there's anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if he can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. The guest, he said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Right. Let's search. So we have the Kingfisher Inn. We're actually going to go straight in there first. Mainly because Where is the chef? Shop. Buy. 1 deep fried smelt. We want to get all of the... We are wanting to obviously fill out our cookbook, so let me eat all of the things. So, we'll learn those all now, which is obviously pretty handy. The Kingfisher and Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn in Zeiss are my favourite places to stay. Mother and I come here on vacation around this time of year. It's a tradition in our family. Okay. Let's talk here. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Okay, that is an NPC that does not have that much to say, evidently. There are some fishing rods propped up against the rack. Maybe we have to know that for the future. Yeah, this game doesn't, because obviously in most other RPGs there's like a sense of you go into a room, you look in a chest or you look in a wardrobe and you get an item. This one really nails home that that's in fact stealing. Right. I mean, quite rightly so it is. But there doesn't appear to be that much in there. So our best bet is to go out by the lake shore, is it not? Can we see any NPCs?
Could I ask you something?
No, he's not responding at all.
He must really know his fishing. So, this is what fishing maniac looks like, huh? They seem like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure.
Okay, so this guy will not talk to us. So it must be someone else. Or maybe we have to do something in order to distract him.
Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. Are you here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How shall I put it? We're looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, that's pretty much
pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish. Got there in the end.
We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have a clue who that might be? Oh, you're talking about old man Kuano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then you must mean Lloyd. Lloyd? I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. Seems though he's a member of Fisherman's Guild there. Sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying he's that old man fishing out back? Yep, that's pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name really loud.
At least now we know his name. As we witness Jay versus the doors. Right. Lloyd, come to me.
Excuse me? Are you the man Lloyd who's from Royal City? He's really focused. He's tuned out everything out of his mind but fishing. And it looks like where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy.
Olivier leaned over and with a smile that left all kind of things up for interpretation blew into the man's ear.
Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? Where did you come from?
That was a dirty trick to play on him, Oliver. Yes, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. And you're Lloyd, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name?
We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time that you could spare to speak with us?
I see, so you heard from Mr. Kawano, did you? Yeah, I saw a strange pair about 2 nights ago.
I knew it. Could you get us to fill in a little more of the details?
Before then, are your old braces or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime?
We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after battling out with this lake's guardian. It got late into the night and it was about time when everybody at the inn was asleep in their beds.
Now hold a minute, what do you mean by this lake's guardian?
I'm glad you asked. The Guardian is a great salmon that swims the murky depths of Valleria Lake. It's been feared king of the waters among fish lovers for over a decade. Crap, I should have asked. It looks like you've thrown a log on the maniac's fire. Is it really a huge fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. And I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes to different parts of Valleria Lake and then changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it has appeared in these parts, so I came running from Royal City.
Now, that's what I call passion. I completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing to get a hold of it. For example, the bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In KOK Steel, it is more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night?
Oh, right. I returned the boat and was on my way to the inn, when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building.
Onto the road in the middle of the night?
Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out on New Ansel Path. First I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city, heading back home. But it's way too late for something like that, and when I asked the inn the next day, nobody knew anything about it. Thought maybe I seen a couple of ghosts or something then.
Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here?
Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been two lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them.
Don't tell me anymore. No bother. A bracer that's afraid of ghosts. The guild is doomed.
Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff.
Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a kitten shivering in the cold. You better watch it, because this little kitten bites.
Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. The couple did, in fact, seem to be one with purpose and reason. I would say the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing.
What do you mean by that?
I only saw from behind, so I can't say for sure. But it looked as if she was wearing some kind of school uniform.
Gisette.
It's the one from Genesis Royal Academy, was it? Well, you already know your stuff, kid. You betcha, my niece goes there as well. It looked exactly like the same one she wears.
I see. This whole event has got more interesting. It's her. I knew it. It's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto our trail.
Wait, she's an acquaintance of yours? Well then, while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush onto anything they'll regret later on. If our mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep. We'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it.
Well, that's understandable. I appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are.
Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like the weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that it's off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work.
Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut.
He mentioned something about Fisherman's Guild, too. I wonder what kind of group that is.
So, this couple is involved with the missing airliner incident, exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is.
Well, in a nutshell.
I see. That seems to be a person in question, alright. Which means that tonight is the night, huh?
Yeah. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're gonna be here in for a late night tonight.
Alright, let's go to let's go to the receptionist and ask about a room.
Let's do it. I'm guessing we're going to be able to get the ring back in this case. Unless we have to buy the ring. Let me check that. I'm going to check that. That in the bracelet notebook anyway, because I do want to know. Okay. Oh, do we have to actually talk?
Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan.
Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bose after we've gotten a room.
I guess you're right.
That makes me think that I won't be able to do the stolen ring thing. Screw it. I'm gonna do this now. We're gonna throw caution to the wind. Into the sky. Anyway, this is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until your dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere you just couldn't find back in the city.
Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now?
How about relax until it gets dark?
What a nice idea. I'm more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job too.
This is our free time, so enjoy the meal, take a stroll, or something else.
Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing.
Too bad we can't see the royal city in the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom.
This lake is like a fish's dream come true. I bet it'll be a blast to throw a line in those waters.
Then how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you.
Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua?
Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in the chair and relax.
How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies.
Well, I'll leave that part to you.
Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites.
What do I have to do? Are we talking about this pier in the distance? Do we have a rod? I'm confused. Do I have a thing? No. What am I meant to be doing here, guys? Should I go get a... Aren't you going to fish? The pier looks like a nice spot.
How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know.
Just not as good as you. I think I'll just sit and watch if the fishing practice has paid off.
Oh, this definitely looks like your best spot.
Now, let's see about casting a few lines. Start fishing. Okay, looks like I'm in side quest mania. Fetch quest mania. Let's talk.
Do you have a fishing boat I can borrow?
Yes, of course we do. Right over there. They're free to use for anyone watching here. It seems like we probably have just acquired a fishing rod.
Let's see, from this pier, which should be the best place to drop a line.
Feels like what options you choose there.
Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up?
I don't know what's the best options for this. I mean, this feels like it would be the best spot. I'm waiting to see if there's like a mini game. Is it just interesting in just giving it? Man, it's starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I got. Huh? Joshua? What's this? 100 Days War seems to be left on the side of the table. Estelle picks it up. I wonder if Josh forgot this. For being so sharp, he can sure miss things sometimes. I guess I'd have to take him to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. So you can hold your liquor, can't you? Think I've changed my mind about you? Come on now, drink up. Hold on, Shira. Don't you think we're getting a little bit ahead ourselves with this pace? It could interfere with tonight's. What are you talking about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician. Or are you saying that you can't keep up with me? Yikes. Estelle, don't you sit there and watch, do something. Sorry, but once she started, there's no stopping her. But you don't have to worry, Shira never gets plastered. Oh, shouldn't you be worried about me? Is she always like this? Whenever she's on the job, she manages to behave herself. When it comes to having a drink, even my dad can't keep up with her. Is that the case? At any rate, I'm kind of interested in seeing it go wild. Or am I going to have to pass out from the drinks first? Okay. She is being rather strange. Josh isn't there. Where are you, Josh? Hey there, laddie. What are you doing whirling away in the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back into battle? No, I've already had my fill. I'm sure it's been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, I actually finished reading it. My eyes are starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's time like this when you need to say thank you and not apologize.
You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important.
You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle.
Very good. Now, that wasn't too bad, was it? Alright. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica?
As you wish. Is the whereabouts of light good enough for you?
Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear.
Oh yeah, he plays the harmonica. I've forgotten about this. I reckon he's from the Erebonian Empire. And that's like a war song. That's why everyone's freaking out.
I wonder why it is. That when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening like this, it makes me want to cry.
So you're still not going to ask about my past, I mean?
Oh, we're gonna find out. We promised, remember? You were gonna tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't gonna ask, right? And considering that 5 years has passed, it doesn't seem like a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? The day your father came home with this beat-up kid, some random stranger who never said a word about his past. Why do you take him in like that?
Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. You're my family now, Joshua. Like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, you have a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield.
Now wait a minute.
And you're caring and lonely. Of course I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being family for us has nothing to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kind of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different.
You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first day we met, and you gave me a flying kick to the guts. I remember that. Just as lying in bed, wounded, I might add.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, injured and all. More than once.
I'm sure it's a bit childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces.
Yeah, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but I'd like to resolve this with our own hands.
Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do.
How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now.
Great, I'm starving. We need to get our fill, so we're ready for tonight.
I think that is a good place to leave this episode.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Here's your book. Alright. And I'm actually done with it. At this point, I'll just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what we should do with it.
Looks like a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I spend some time with it, you'll understand?
I'm sure you'll be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know in there anyway. So, if you want to take a stab at it, Estelle.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
I think that is a pretty good time right here by the pier. Let's call this a day. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.